Guys, Some Laugh Live is back at the brand new Stand Comedy Club in Glasgow on which date?
15th of December.
Correct. Can't wait for it. It's going to be a laugh.
It's going to be some laugh.
We are going to have a few guests. We're going to have a few
Let's
drams.
not say a few. TBC.
We're going to have maybe one guest, perhaps two.
Yeah.
Perhaps three. Who knows?
But first live show in a while, doing the live pod back in Glasgow. Obviously, December time, the festive season will be well underway by then.
Yeah.
And we'll hopefully see you there. Welcome to the Some Laugh podcast.
It could be like, oh, that was some laugh, or there was just some laughs.
Well, no promising all laugh.
No,
It's
there's going to be some.
some laugh. Okay, we are back in the temporary studio at the moment with my guest host this week, Mr. Returning Guest, Christopher McCarthy Boy.
Thank you so much, brother. The fourth laugher has returned.
Fourth laugher himself. You know, there's a
Very
fifth
common.
Beatle. He's the fourth laugher. And we are joined on the couch over there by our guest today, Rosie Jones.
Hey!
I feel very honoured. I thought I would come in to just talk to my favourite cigar, Marc.
Thank you.
But CMB, you're here.
I'm probably fifth or sixth favourite Scot.
No, probably like 14.
That's good.
Yeah.
There's how many million people are there in Scotland?
Well, there's a hot 100 that I never make the list of every year, so there's at least three figures of us.
He always gets left off this list. It's a real shame.
But one day, at least you know what you're aiming for.
I've already told them. It was like what I believe Lyndon B. Johnson once said, if nominated, I will not serve.
Oh. What does that mean in the context of a list?
It means if they put me on the list, I will ask to be removed.
Wow, that's bold,
You
man.
will not. You will accept it and you will drop it into every conversation.
Yes, that's right. I'm number 74, right behind Strathclyde Park. Yes.
It's like early on in my career, I got voted one of the most powerful lesbians in the UK.
Wow.
So first of all, you're like, what does that mean? Because when I hear powerful lesbian, I'm thinking, how do they have an insight to my box of sex toys? Like, that is off boundaries. But I went on the website feeling excited. Where was I? Fucking 96.
Wow.
And
96.
I was like, I don't think there are 95 other lesbians out there. Where are they?
Very rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially those with power. You would say that-
And
How are they measuring the power? That's what I want to know.
sex.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Have you been on it? I was number 59th in the list of the 60 funniest Scottish people of all time.
That's right. I don't think I don't know. I never made this
Richard
list.
Gadd was 58th and Lubna Kerr was 60th.
Yeah,
I remember
I
that.
think that's about right.
Yeah. That's where I see myself between them two.
Yeah.
Who was number one? Gotta be
Billy
Billy.
Connolly, man.
I think if you made a list of the top 60 comedians in the world ever, it would be Billy.
He's really good.
You know what? Sorry to drop a controversial opinion so early on, but but I like him.
Yeah. I think he's a good comedian and an interesting person, and he's got charisma. Yeah. That's what I think with Billy Connolly.
He was receiving an award the other day. He got a rare public appearance for Sir Billy these days, and he was accepting an award near his house in Key West, Florida, and it was nice to hear him. It's a big blue thing. It was dead nice.
Still at it. Not dead yet. Still
You
going.
know what? Whenever I see him or whenever I hear him, I swear I can literally feel my heart. I'm like, yeah, he is the reason why I do what I do.
Really?
Yeah. So I got two comedy heroes, Billy and Victoria Wood.
Yeah. That's a good too.
Yeah.
It's a classic too.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear because, like, I feel like obviously for Scottish people, Billy Connolly's so iconic, but you forget how big he is in the UK, and he was such a trailblazer.
You never know if a Scottish person is Scottish famous or world famous. So like,
Which Chris learned to his chagrin on tour. No, kidding on. I learned that to my chagrin on tour.
there was some quiet dates, but
Brighton.
I was just, it's like when I was growing up, I thought, oh yeah, everybody knows Ken Bridges in my life. Everybody knows Billy Connolly in my life. But I didn't know how, if they were famous outside the Glen, and then you go other places, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? But like, so it was like Iron Brew. You would assume that would be sold in every shop in the world, but it's actually.
Surely Iron Brew outsells Coca-Cola in every country.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, no, he is proper famous. But he like reinvented comedy because obviously we know as the comics, everything Billy says is written, created. But the idea of in the 70s, him coming on stage and just telling a story, that was brand new.
Yeah.
And everyone felt like they knew him and they could be friends with him. He invented that, because before him it was all, oh, what's my mother-in-law like? I want her dead.
Yeah.
Or something
Yeah,
like
I'd
that.
love to murder
Yeah.
a woman in my life.
Yeah,
It's the kind of
yeah,
humor of
yeah.
the time.
I would love to hear Billy Connolly. My mother-in-law, I want to fucking kill her. It'd be brilliant. But no,
You know that way.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
When you kill your mother-in-law, it's terrible.
He was kind of like UK
Really is.
equivalent of like a Richard Pryor or something like that, where he
Yeah.
kind of modernised it
Yeah.
a wee bit. But
Yeah.
anyway, but that's interesting. I never knew that it was those were the influences, Rosie.
Oh yeah, and even though obviously because of my disability, I've had to rethink the structure of the jokes. I definitely took the storytelling aspect from Billy, and then the musicality of the rhythm of a joke from Victoria Wood.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And there's something that actually just happened downstairs, Rosie, right? We were just getting a coffee, and when I came back, parked in the car, the lassie said, "You're the most positive person we've had in here all day." And that was something I felt the first time we met, and we can talk about that because we had a great time when we were in Cardiff. But you're just, in person, you're just one of the most positive, bubbly, fun people to be around ever. And I guess, have you always been like that? Is that something you've cultivated or grown? Or have you just always been a positive kind of person?
Yeah, I reckon so, 'cause my parents are both positive and confident and outgoing. But I think having CP that happened during my birth, it sounds quite dark, but because I nearly died at birth, I've been so aware that you only live once, so you live life to the full. But on top of that, I feel so lucky to earn money from telling jokes. If you told me that when I was growing up, I'd be like, what's the catch? So the fact that I go to work every day and I make people laugh, that's the ultimate dream. So yeah, of course I'm positive.
No, totally.
I'm relentlessly negative.
Yes. Can you give him some fucking advice?
Yeah.
Because things are going very well for Chris now and he's still fucking miserable.
I just love people. I love meeting people and going, hello, what's your story? And I think that's why I love Scotland so much. Or I need to tell you, I just come from the train station and I got picked up by a lovely man called Jim, and he was driving through Glasgow showing me all the sights, and we went under the big motorway and he said to me, see here, Rosie, this is where all the prostitutes used to be.
Yeah.
But now it's an electric car charging pump.
Wow. The things we lose with progress, you know.
Well, the thing is, you know, some powerful lesbians don't need to plug into a fucking electric bit.
No, I feel like if I wasn't so positive, if I didn't talk to people, how would I ever find out where the sex workers are?
That's such a good point.
Absolutely. Well, that was it. I was saying that night, because we were doing the Cardiff Glee.
Yeah, oh, I loved it.
We done the Thursday, and then on the Friday there was like a big severe weather warning, right? So they were just telling people, don't leave your. They were literally going, don't leave your homes
Yeah.
on it. So obviously the gig gets cancelled. So we just had a Friday night in the glorious surroundings of the Citrus Hotel in Cardiff.
God.
Yeah.
The Glee Club, a fantastic chain of comedy
Don't
clubs.
put you
Yeah.
there anymore. So
They do not put you in the Citrus Hotel anymore.
Really?
No.
Where do you go?
the Premier in these
It's a
days.
premier in these
Oh, R.I.P. Citrus.
One of the worst. I've stayed in a lot of bad hotels in the last 10 years. I mean, real dumps.
Yeah.
That wasn't the worst, but it's my least favourite.
Yeah.
Well, I never used to
Yeah.
get it because see that weekend we were there. That was the first time I'd stayed, and it was like obviously winter to the point where the gig got cancelled. But I was like, I had a big room, and I was like, I don't see what the problem is with this. And then I went back in summer, and they had no aircon, and I was like, this is like a human rights violation. It's terrible. But we were going at the door that night,
Yeah.
and the lassie in reception said, because we're like, oh, where's like good to go? And there's a place next door called Porter's. So when we went,
Is that the place that's under the car park?
no, I don't think so. It's just like right next to the Citrus. But then, so we went to get something to eat, and then we came back. I thought, we'll pop in there, and it was bandioke.
It was incredible, and I'm gonna go against everything I just said now because I love my job. I love doing stand-up. There's only one thing better than performing stand-up, and that is when your gig gets cancelled, but you are still paid.
Yeah.
That is
Way
the
better.
dream.
I love, like, to me, stand up, doing comedy and stuff is like, it's the air that I breathe. It's it's
Yeah.
when I feel most like my authentic self.
Yeah.
It's when I'm happiest, when I'm calmest, it's when I'm on stage. However, the feeling of someone going, feel free, but we're not going to do it tonight. It's literally money for nothing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's thrilling.
So
It's
I
thrilling.
think we went out and we were like, we're just gonna spend everything we've earned for doing no money. It was a free night, and
Oh.
we had a lot of pints.
Yeah. All right. It was a lot of drinks, and I just loved it because, and I've said this since, is that I thought that would be a great thing for a wedding because it's karaoke, but instead of like just everyone going up and singing songs, they've actually got a full band there, so you get to go up and perform with the band as if you're in that. So
Yeah.
I went up and done "Don't Look Back in Anger."
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
Give us a wee bit.
it's not the same with the band, but it was a good night. And listen, I've told this story a few times on this podcast, and it's only been my side of it, so I'll get Rosie now to testify. It was a crowd pleaser. Am I not wrong?
It really was.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he isn't bullshitting this time. It was a banger. And when you started that sentence, I got a bit worried when you said it would be a great wedding idea because I was like, Mark, love, I'm gay, we're not getting married. But oh yeah, absolutely, when we get married, to separate ladies, let's have bandy, okay?
Let's not rule out getting married to the same woman, but just at different times. Rosie. You can go first now.
Oh my God. I really think I can go either way with marriage. And I can't work out if I'm gonna marry one woman and be with her for 80 years. Or I really see myself getting married like 8 times.
Yeah, philanderer.
Yeah, I feel like that would be me.
What do you think?
How did it know how the Mormons are? They
Aye.
can have more than one wife. How does that? Do
That's
they
not polygamy, that's bigamy.
bigamy. Do they
Yeah.
accept that with lesbians? Are they allowed to have more than one wife?
Nah, I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't think the Mormons are big fans of the gays.
No,
Probably
no,
not.
I think they're pretty straight-laced and
Boo.
homophobic.
Boo.
Very homophobia.
Boring.
What was your song?
I didn't sing, did I? What would I do? 'Cause usually at a normal, boring karaoke, I go straight in to Believe. Share.
What a tune,
But
by the way.
I
Incredible
feel like that wouldn't be making the most of the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of an electronic.
It's a very
Yeah.
overproduced song. So the band,
Yeah. Maybe I will go for a naughty basic bitch and I do a bit of Mr. Brightside.
Oh,
Because
that's a
I
floor
feel
filler.
like at the time it was overplayed, but now can we appreciate it yet?
Yeah. I think that's the key with karaoke is you want a song everybody knows but you've kind of not heard in a while.
Yeah.
Because I used to be honest, this is probably a basic bitch one as well, but what I usually do at karaoke is Robbie Williams' Angels.
Yeah.
You need
Robbie's-
such range.
But until Robbie's recent resurgence,
Yeah.
it was kind of like nobody had really been listening to him much for a while.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's it, you know, it's great.
I tell you what's underrated one that my friend did recently. Park Life
Oh.
Blue because she could nail the verses, but then everyone comes in on Park Life, and then when you go, all the people, everyone
All the people come in?
goes shit.
Yeah.
So many people.
Yeah, they all come hand in hand.
To do the chorus.
I know.
I think I'm a big karaoke fan. You've seen me do karaoke a few times.
You're a big fan of, is it Japanese?
It is a Japanese
You're a
thing.
big fan of Japanese
I'm
culture
a-
in general, I would
I'm
say.
a fan of Japanese culture in general. Karaoke, as they say. And we say.
Funko Pops.
I don't collect Funko Pops. It's not Japanese either, but I love it so much. I think it's just
What is your go-to?
I love
Something depressing.
yeah, I love bumming everybody out.
Yeah.
I love everybody's being like, "Is he okay?"
Yeah.
Perfect Day by Lou Reed, maybe
Oh,
something where people are like,
gosh.
"What? No one's singing.
No.
People are leaving."
I heard, you know that guy Gary's Economics, Gary Stevenson? I
he
heard
do karaoke?
he does, and he was in Japan, and he said that they gave him this bit of advice, and he said the thing about karaoke is it's you're doing it not so you have a good time, you're doing it so everybody else has a good time.
You're right.
And he was talking about how that's how we should live life as well. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a really good point. So maybe think about that.
Never thought about karaoke in a socialist lens before.
We could say
Yeah. Yeah.
doing something for anyone else.
Also, what would you do if someone came up and before they started the song, they went, just so you know, I'm not doing this for me, I'm doing it for you.
Yeah.
So fucking enjoy it.
That's how I end my stand-up shows. Actually.
Yeah.
Just so I didn't do this for me. I done it for you. It was all for you guys. Okay.
You
Guys.
are welcome.
Rosie, we were chatting in the car about you. You were on Last Leg last week.
Yes.
You've obviously appeared on multiple occasions, and I seen on one of your former appearances on it, or previous appearances, shall I say, they were talking about the fact that you used to be a runner on that show, and you were a runner on like was it that and like cats and stuff like that?
Yes, I was a runner and a researcher for about 6 years. Because straight out of uni, I got a traineeship with Channel 4 because I always loved TV and I was really passionate about getting disabled stories on the telly. And people say to me, did you ever want to be a stand-up? And at the time, I didn't because of how I taught. I never saw anyone doing that when they had a speech disability. So I thought the best thing to do with my career would be to work behind the camera. But then I forgot the fact that I am an absolute narcissist. And 5 years into all of that, I was writing jokes for Jimmy Carr. And I love that. But when he said a joke that I had written and it got a laugh, I was like, no. You don't get my praise. I want the celebration. So that is when I was like, fuck it, I'll give it a go. And I started doing gigs just thinking it'll be a good hobby, it'll help me write tighter jokes. And I always say stand-up comedian, stand-up comedy is just a hobby that got out of hand.
Yeah.
And I don't want to slag anyone off.
Go on.
Come on, let's slide some cuts off.
Yeah, slash I do. And I'm only saying this because I really think I'm in like-minded comedy. I think what we all have in common is that we fucking love performing. If you said to me, your career will go away overnight, I would go, oh shit. But then I go, never mind, I'll just start again. And I would still find that thrill of performing every night in comedy clubs. Whereas I think some people starting comedy now, especially the ones who go in the social media direction, are very unapologetic about how they want to be famous, how they want to be rich. And it is like, you do you and good luck to you. But I do it for the sheer love. I simply do it to make people laugh. And I think that's what makes for a better comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the first time I seen you was like before you were famous and you were like at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And then I saw you another time at the Playhouse. We were doing like a benefit thing there.
Yes.
And I was just like, what the fuck? Then we were in Ireland together.
Yeah.
And someone was like, what should we go see? And I was like, you need to see Rosie Jones.
Yeah.
And he was like, just as soon as the first punchline hits, I just think you're one of the best comedians I've ever seen. It's insane how an audience responds to you.
Coming from you, that means a lot, because I fucking love you.
Oh, thanks, Paul.
But that's what I love. I love that between us all, like, that's that love of comedy. I'm on tour at the moment, and I have like one night off every 2 or 3 weeks.
Wow.
And when I have a night off, I go and see comedy. It's like the other week I did a lovely double bill where I saw Janine Harouni and Helen Bauer.
Oh wow.
And everyone's like, what are you doing here? It's your fucking day off. But it's like, no, I just love going to see comedy and supporting my friends. So, yeah, I never went into it going, I hope to be famous, I hope to be rich. Luckily, that's just a lovely byproduct of
100%.
me living my dream.
Yeah.
And when did it go for you from being something that you just thought would maybe be a hobby to kind of like breaking through type of thing?
Well, they say probably a boring answer because deep down I am a grandma. So, like I said, I was working as a researcher, and that is all freelance work. So I had a few years where I'd move about and I'd do the last leg and catch the countdown and then Harry Hill panel shows. And I remember I was doing my first proper Edinburgh. I think it was 2016. And I saved enough money to not only do Edinburgh, but that I didn't need to work till January.
Awesome.
Dream.
Yeah.
So I thought I will do comedy full time. I will assess my finances in January, and if I need to get a researcher job, I knew the last leg was starting again then. And luckily I got enough pay gigs in that time that when January came, I could go, right, I'm okay till March.
Yeah.
And I probably did that for, longer than I should have. But even now, it's someone said, right, money's dried up, get back to researching. I would, because I love that job anyway. I was just able to keep that rolling. And yeah, probably 3 years after that was probably the time when I could go, oh yeah, I'm a full-time comedian. But again, I'm slagging up another group of people right now. But I think a lot of people rightly so talk about diversity in TV and in comedy, but not a lot of people talk about socioeconomic factors and how it's so hard to start being a comedian 'cause you gotta do probably 2, 3, 4 years being paid shit all. So it's so interesting when you're gigging with people and you go, how are they earning money? And then you find out that their daddy bought them a house. And you're like, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, because I couldn't do that, there was a lot of juggling between my full-time job and stand-up. And like I said, the good thing about working freelancers, I always had in the back of my mind that that was something I could go back to.
Thankfully, it's not had to happen, and you've ended up being a guest on the shows.
Yeah, and I love that because I not only go back and I see all my friends that I used to work with, but I think it's a massive benefit to know how TV works, especially at TV recordings when a 40-minute show you are actually filming for 3-4 hours, and how different it is to live comedy. Like, live comedy is all about working on your own. It's all about callbacks. Whereas in recordings, you've always got to think about the edit. You got to be like, all I need to say is 4 or 5 banger jokes that you hope will make the edit, and then you're sorted. So yeah, it's not only lovely to see my friends, but it's great going into a TV show knowing how it all works.
Was there anybody when you were like a runner and a researcher who was like a complete dick, and now you you've got your revenge?
I wouldn't say I got my revenge, but it's so interesting that there are some people that I've given coffee to, I've worked with as a researcher, and then when I meet them in my new role,
As the most powerful lesbian in the
yeah,
country.
96. 96. I then meet them again and I go, well, they say to me, pleased to meet you. And I'm like, I fucking worked with you for 2 years, but there's some people that just don't see runners and don't see researchers. I won't name those, but I want to say Joe Lycett, Catherine Ryan and Nish are 3 people that stand out to me. That when I was a researcher, they taught to me. I remember early on having a conversation with Nick, and I think I said to him, "Oh, I've just started stand up," and he was so supportive and so brilliant. So yeah, I remember those very early on, even though I was just a little researcher, really made time for me.
That's cool.
That's great. And see, obviously, getting on these TV shows and things like that, Rosie, like, so I suppose in a lot of ways, you're a bit of, certainly in the UK, like a bit of a trailblazer for someone with like cerebral palsy, someone from like, you know, that's disabled. And in a lot of ways, I suppose my question is like, one, is it a lot of sort of pressure to sort of represent a community, and two, is it also hard because then if people aren't normally used to seeing that on TV, or people with disabilities and people with cerebral palsy, is it then hard because you've been kind of such a trailblazer and that type of thing, that you've had to deal with people's prejudices as well?
Yeah, it's so interesting, and I feel like it's evolved over time, and it keeps on evolving. When I was starting out, I was very adamant that I wanted to be a stand-up comedian first and foremost. I almost didn't want to talk about my disability or my politics, and I still say, you don't ask Michael McIntyre what he thinks about the current government. You just let him do his fucking job. But then I feel like a lot changed during lockdown. I feel like not only did the world get shitter, and we all had to become more political, but I became more aware of the fact that I had a platform, and as disabled people, we get left out of a lot of conversations. So I then found more of a responsibility not to talk for disabled people, but just to say, here's my beliefs, here's my opinions. But even that is an ongoing evolving thing, because I now get asked to do a lot of political shows. A lot of people say to me, you should be an MP. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's
I
insane.
don't want to be an MP. It's a shit job.
Yeah.
I want to make people laugh first and foremost, but if I can make them laugh and at the same time I can say, just so you know, here's what it's like to be disabled in the UK right now. I feel like that's very, very important. And then in terms of the negativity, I mean, it is shit. Like, I get hate every day from people online. Every time I'm on TV, there's a lot of people who criticize me for not only being disabled, but also being gay, being a woman. And again, that's an ongoing process of I got to get to a point where I grow a thick skin. I got to go, right, I got to accept that people will hate me, but as long as I believe in what I do and I know I'm a good, kind, hard-working, hopefully funny person, fuck the hate.
Yes.
Fuck
Come
him,
on.
man.
So I'm up to do Bridge of Lies.
What is it?
I don't know. No, it's a question where you get a topic. For example, Scottish comedians.
Okay, good.
And you got a floor full of names. And you gotta get to the end of the floor.
Like Blockbuster, we used to have to go across the board.
Yeah, picking. So you go CMB, Susie McCabe, Frankie Boyle, and then you might have, I don't know, David O'Doherty.
Right.
And then you go, oh, is this got it? Go on it. No, you fucking idiot. You're dead.
Bridge of Lies. Is it
Yeah.
kind of like, what is the tone of it? Is it quite dark?
Well, it's Ross Kemp. So I'm thinking if you get a question wrong, you get shot.
Your kneecaps get annihilated by this,
Yeah.
yes. It's just, it doesn't, he's never screamed to me, game show host.
I mean, as long as you're paying enough money, I think you do any old shit.
It's kind of my dream when I was a wee boy. Before I wanted to be a stand-up, I wanted to be a game show host. Like just watching like catchphrase or something.
I'd love to see you hosting a game show. I think that'd be
I
amazing.
think you'd be great.
Just when he's like, so where he's from? Oh, bloody hell, watching her bags.
Yeah.
Okay, and then just crack on with the game. And it's just a wee
Yeah.
bit of patter.
And yet you
then-
hate comparing though that does that.
You know, I do hate comparing, but I've kind of grown to love comparing a wee bit over
There
the
you
last
go.
couple of years. So I'm kind of getting more into it. And
Yeah.
it's a bit, when you're fed up of your set, it's quite nice to just
Yeah.
go, where are you from?
Yeah.
Shite.
I obviously am gonna talk highly of comedians, but I think we're the best people and that I think we get a lot of bad rap.
Yeah.
But we make the best hosts because we're used to dealing with different types of people.
Aye. How do you? Because you've hosted quite a lot of stuff on telly and all that. How do you find it compared to stand up?
pitch season. No, it's definitely a different skill. Because you're not only talking to people, but you got a gallery in your ear and you got auto cue. So every time I host a show, boy, do I sleep well that night, because your brain is going in overdrive. But it's kind of what we do at a bad gig. You are going, shit, they're talking, they're hating me. They really like it when I go ruder. What material? And you're going through your material like a Rolodex. And you need to be good at working on the spot. So that makes it feel better doing hosting, because it's a word that I'm kind of familiar with. But also acting, I do a lot of acting. Now that is pity. It really is, because you know our life as a stand-up, we write the material, we edit it, we perfect it, we then travel to the gig, we then had to work with good crowds, bad crowds, crowds who could not be less bothered to be there. And then after you drive yourself home, acting, oh, you send a car, you put me in a warm Winnebago, you give me my material, and all I need to do is read it like I'm a real person, and then I go home.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I have no respect for actors whatsoever.
No.
I think they're charlatans.
Yeah.
I think they're empty cups. And
Yeah.
we are cups that
Yeah.
have stuff in them that
Yeah.
we've made. Soups.
We are cups going. I'm overflowing. Do you want some of my liquid? Please have it. Have all my liquid. I will make more.
Yeah.
Well, you done your sitcom Pushers?
Yes.
Did you
No disrespect to the actors in that. I'm sure they're very talented, but
only hired full cups for Pushers? Thank you very much. And after this appearance, we'll not be getting a second series.
No, it sounds like I need to say this now, but genuinely, all the cats were brilliant, and it's the hardest thing I've ever done, because I wrote the sitcom with my brilliant friend. I exec produced it, and I was the main character. But I loved it. Annoyingly to the listeners, we had a great conversation, before the pod where we were slagging off one particular person.
Yeah.
And we were saying how some people, when they star in a show or when they get big, they become
A monster.
a monster. CMB's favourite
Monster.
word.
Just wait till he's hosting catchphrases now.
Yeah.
Say what you fucking see.
But I loved it. I loved being the almost head of the show because I was able to set the tone. And we're going back to when I was a researcher. I can pinpoint my favourite jobs. And it was because the host of it was a nice person and gave me time and knew my name. So I really wanted the sitcom to have that lovely, positive environment and everyone felt valued because they were all brilliant and everyone came in with a smile on their face. And for me, that's an absolute no-brainer because when someone feels happy to be there and valued, they give you everything and more. So everyone on that show worked so hard, and this is why I don't understand absolute dickheads because they're getting their coffee at the right bloody temperature, but no one there likes you, no one there feels valued, no one there really wants to work with you again. I would hate to work in such a negative environment. So we're going back to your beginning question of why he is such a positive person. It's because if you put positivity out into the world, you do get it back in abundance. Obviously, CMB, you would never know what that feels like.
I just put negativity out. I just get negativity back, and it's been great. But yeah, we were talking before we were started filming about how, for me, when I was a baby comedian, you go to comedy clubs like the Frog and Bucket or something. You look at the walls, you're like, oh my god, fucking Peter Kay and Justin Moorhouse,
Steve Coogan.
Steve Coogan's on the walls. And then you go to the stand, and they would have the pure stand regulars, like, there's that beautiful photographs of Joe Heenan and
Chris Forbes.
Michael Redman, Chris Forbes, and Kevin Bridges and Frankie Boyle backstage. I was in the Leeds Glee, and who's on the wall of the Leeds Glee? It's Rosie fucking Jones.
I know, so I heard that from you and a few friends. Annoyingly, I've not been there
It's
yet.
really good. It's a really good club.
Who else is on the wall?
can't remember. I did
Just all you. It's just all you.
every press shot you've ever had, all signed in silver pen.
Because there are some great Yorkshire comedians.
Amy Gledhill,
Amy, Ian Smith,
Ian Smith, modern legends.
Lucy Beaumont
From Hull.
Hull.
Yeah.
Who
Who else is
could
like?
it
Who are the
be?
classic Yorkshire comedians?
You got your Jones, you got your Smith, you got your Beaumont, you got your Gladhill, you got your...
The 4 Yorkshiremen sketch from Monty Python.
But there must be
There's probably
Come
one.
on.
people called Les. I'm picturing.
Dawson?
Yeah.
the fuck
No,
he's
no. And they from Lancashire.
Yeah, it's different.
Stuff too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
That's
so
offensive.
different. Famously, we had a war over it.
Yorkshire.
I don't remember who won. But actually, my mum and dad are from Manchester.
Mhm.
So
Oh.
we have a war of the roses in our house.
Wow.
And that's why they hate me.
So you're Mancunian by blood,
Yes.
Yorkshire by culture.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm like a modern Trojan horse.
I think Yorkshire has such a distinct, beautiful culture. It could be its own country. I think the same way Scotland's its own
God.
country. Like,
Well, the most famous fact we bang on about is I think it was 2012 London Olympics. If Yorkshire was its own country, we would have come sixth.
wow, because there's such a concentration of medal winners. from-
Yeah, we
See?
produce a lot of medal winners.
Why is that?
And apparently 4 comedians.
We must be just hitting a blank, but
I like that Yorkshire's would have been higher on the list of the Olympics than Chris is on your list of Scottish comedians.
yeah.
14
Can't blame
versus 6. There you go.
Oh, no, we cannot move on until we've thought of a fifth
Can we Google it?
comedian from Yorkshire.
Frankie Howard?
who's that?
Olden times.
Old
guy.
names,
Yeah.
guys, right?
I think he went something that's like, hey,
Ooh,
it's
bitty.
something like
That
that.
guy?
No.
Frankie Howard's from Yorkshire. Paul
Paul
Tompkinson.
Tompkins.
Oh,
Come
Tom.
on. Alan Bennett.
He's
not a stand-up, though.
Fucking stand-up
Yeah.
comedian.
He's a dramaturg.
He's not done the 99 Club.
I'd love to see it though.
Oh,
well,
man.
listen,
Okay.
Rosie, you can see your picture up in the Glee Club in Leeds. However, you can see you in person at the Glee Club in Glasgow.
That's
You
a good.
know what? It's
Yeah.
good, isn't it?
I should be a game show host. He should be a talk show host. I think.
Yeah,
He's got the-
yeah.
That's what he set himself up for.
So you're back in December doing the Glasgow Glee, and is it Monkey Barrel in Edinburgh you're doing?
No,
Oh.
there's stand.
Stand, sorry, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. So I'm finishing my tour in good old Scotland
Nice.
because you produce a batch crowd.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
I thought
mean,
Ireland. I think Ireland's way better crowd wise.
No, sorry, Towns, but you were shit.
I met you in Ireland.
Yeah, you
Me
did.
and Frankie were on tour, and then you and Dane Buckley were on tour.
Yeah,
We were staying
we
in the same
were
hotel.
in the set. That was a nice hotel.
Yeah, I was so spoiled on that tour by like the nicest hotels of Britain, and now I'm back to Dumont tours, and I'm like Ibis,
Yeah.
Premier
Yeah.
Inn.
That was your Bridge of Lies.
That was
Was opening for Frankie.
But it's like I had no idea hotels could be that nice. I had no
yeah.
idea. There's one near in Harrogate
Yeah.
that I think about all the time. You know, it had that pool where you.
I like the fact that the only time we've stayed in the same hotel was the fucking Citrus. And when you
Yeah,
stayed in the same
yeah,
hotel, it's
yeah.
whatever the fuck this
Yeah.
It was
was.
a country manor by
Yeah.
the Fitzgerald Empire in
It
Ireland.
was
Stunning.
so
Do you know what they had on the menu for breakfast? Gold medal sausages.
Yeah.
These sausages, you think Yorkshire's got a lot of gold medals. These sausages, fucking
Tough
the
to chew.
nicest sausage I've ever
Yeah.
had.
No.
Yeah. So great.
if it was about sausages, Yorkshire would finish sixth in the world. in
Yeah.
terms-
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I can't wait to be back touring in Scotland.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel very spoiled to do writing, acting, pitch season. But my favourite thing is touring
Mm.
because nothing beats live comedy. And I also love meeting my audiences and going, thank you,
Yeah.
because you booked a ticket. I get to do my favourite ever job.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love it.
I've got some Scottish tour dates. Can I plug them?
Of course.
We've got Glasgow
When's this?
next year.
Yeah.
Glasgow.
I'm not going to be more specific than that.
Well, they're all through the year.
Okay.
I'm going to try and hit all
Well,
of
you're
them.
doing the Kings the day before me. So it's the 19th of March.
The
Chris will
19th.
be
What?
there.
for
What
March.
venue?
The King's Theatre in Glasgow. I'm terrified.
Have I been
Yeah,
there?
you hosted the BBC New Comedy Awards there. Cause remember.
How do you remember?
Because I was there, I was watching.
He's a big Rosie Jones fan.
That's a big thing.
It's a big theatre. Yeah, that's the one. This is the one city I can sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty
I will be
well.
doing it the following night on the
Yeah.
20th. So, see, there's going to be somebody who's coming to both in it. and,
Oh, at least-
Oh, I
you know,
reckon there'll be a load
we should have just done it the
Serious
same night and
crossover.
done
I
the
would
same.
have made more sense.
Yeah,
More
you
sense.
could do like a deal if you get 2 tickets, you get a t-shirt.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
our faces on a kind of
Yeah.
two-headed person.
Yeah, I
That'd
could
be
do
nice.
that. It's like, yeah, they get half of it one night and half the next and they put it together or something.
All right, I've got Glasgow.
Yeah.
I've got Edinburgh, Monkey Barrow. I've got Troon. I've got Irvine.
Wow.
I've got Stirling.
Mhm.
I've got Dundee. I've got Perth. I've got Shetland.
Inverness.
Inverness. Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
Yeah, so at least 10 dates in Scotland.
That's a good going.
Yeah, and then English ones if you're English and you're watching this.
I'm slacking with my
You need to go to the littler markets of Scotland.
Last time I went to the lemon tree
Oh.
in Aberdeen.
That's what I'm doing in Aberdeen.
That was so nice.
Lovely, nice low ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a club.
yeah.
It's like a club. Yeah.
This is why I love you too. And I worry that this episode's very boring because what we really want to talk about is how low a comedy club ceiling is and how
It's so
dark
important.
it is.
Yeah.
I really feel like I could put on such a great comedy course
Yeah.
because you show up to a lot of venues and nights and you go, fucking hell, who put this gig on at 4 p.m. in the conference centre?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no.
There's some absolutely diabolical rooms out there
Yeah.
that need to put down.
And Chris will be appearing at many of them on tour this next year. Well, listen, I think that probably wraps us up. So go and see Rosie in December, Glasgow, Edinburgh. Are you in Aberdeen this one as well?
No.
Nah, just Glasgow.
But Lemon Tree, go to it.
I saw
No.
your show. Sorry, I know I'm ending. I saw your show in
In
Melbourne.
Melbourne!
Yeah, in Australia. You were brilliant.
Yeah, so I changed the ending a lot.
Oh,
but
okay.
Yeah,
Let's
but
leave
I
that as a
love
surprise.
Yeah.
it.
But the
Yeah.
main two themes were that you loved gravy
Yeah.
and breasts.
Yeah. Ideally together.
Yeah.
Preferably with another lady. But you know what? I'm an independent woman.
Sure.
If I need to lick gravy off my own tit, I can and I will.
So can I.
Yeah,
You know, we all have that right as
Yeah.
humans.
yeah.
Do you like the gravy? Sorry, I know we're finishing, but do you like the gravy that's like, do you know the ones you get them in kind of like Marks and Spencer's or something and they're like in a sachet? They're like a
Yeah,
bag?
oh
cool.
God, yeah. Oh, they're the posh ones.
Yeah. I don't mind
Yeah.
Bristol and this isn't all licking it off my tits, but you know, I think gravy's great.
Yeah.
It's you know, when you watch something, you're like, I relate to this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like to put 2 Oxo cubes on either nipple.
yeah.
Just lick them till they become a Jew.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm all about.
Right, anyway, links will be in the description for all of these various shows. Thank you so much for joining us, Rosie. And yeah, before we go, just obviously we've got Patreon. You can get an extra episode every 2 weeks, live shows, etc. on there. Do sign, we can follow, give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Sign up to Patrons, it says, and you can like and subscribe to us.
You can like
I've said this.
on YouTube.
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at SummerPod. You can send an emails you've got to the email address, which is summerpod@gmail.com. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I'll speak to you very soon.
See ya.
Okay.